Purposeful wandering. I set out to do some biking. I had found that there was a trail nearby, so I took it south. Before I went under the bridge, under the freeway, I turned off and found that the library was there. Of course, with the current situation, the library was closed, so it wasn't like I could go in and check it out. So I just sat there under the shade, taking a break, eating some granola bars. As I was heading back to the trail, I passed by something. I wasn't really sure what it was. I rode my bike into the midst of the buildings and saw what appeared to be a huge ball surrounded by blossoming flowers. Spring is here in California. Regardless of whether people are allowed out or not, the flowers are coming out. There was absolutely no one there. No one to tell me I'm not allowed to have a bike there. Nobody to talk loudly and laugh noisily. Just me, with the sound of the wind blowing, the birds chirping. When else do you have calm in the midst of the day? The next day I already knew what I was going to do. I was going to ride north on the trail. It was a different view than the southern portion. It goes along a river in the south. In the north, it's mostly a shady path, with trees branching up and over the path. Much nicer if you worry about the sun exposure. But coming with it also branches scattered over the ground and loads more people, making it hard as I had to swerve to avoid people and also try not to run over branches which may get stuck in the spokes of the wheel. As I took a break at the end, sitting on a bench, enjoying the cool wind and the warm setting sun, I heard an owl. The father had pulled over on the side, and his little girl had too, but hadn't braked hard enough, so she ran into his leg. He was checking his phone for some reason, but the girl had lots of questions. "Daddy, how many gears do you have?" He was busy though, didn't respond. I wondered, as I sat there, how would I respond? Gears aren't such simple things. He has many gears, but it's not just one thing like the girl's bike. The girl's bike just has one set of gears in the back. He has two sets. To get the total number, you have to multiply them. After she asked again, he finally responded, "A lot. 21?" Her next request was wanting to see his gears. "Daddy, can you show me?" She bumped him again. "Ow!" he said. He finally finished up doing whatever he was doing on his phone, and they took off. I wonder what I would be like in that situation, when difficult questions are asked by the kid, when you can't even get 1 minute to concentrate on something important that just came up. Would I have patience? Would I be like him? Better or worse? When I bike, I usually don't go that fast. I tend to look around. Sometimes you see things you would have missed. This is a painted box. It probably contains electrical equipment. It's painted like a piano. Often there are many things to see, but if you're whizzing by on a car at 50 miles an hour, you need to keep track of the road. You have no time to see all the stuff passing by. Walking, you have time to see things, but you just can't cover much distance. Bicycling, I feel, is the perfect balance of being able to see and still being able to get to a place. At the end, I decided to take another route back, going off the trail onto the street, and I wound up and up and up the hill. I always wondered, are these leaves so vibrantly green in real life? Or is it just the euphoria I felt from being out there in the fresh air, surrounded by nature? At the top of the hill, I parked. I had made it without walking, though I don't know what the big deal is. I stopped, but I didn't walk. Why is it such a big deal if you have to walk a little when going uphill? On the right, you can see a family already there, their bikes parked under the shade, enjoying the view. And so did I. The magnificent waterfall, a tremendous waste of water, one may think, but a beautiful sight with its soothing music. Is it worth some water evaporating? It's reclaimed water anyways. Yesterday I was just planning on going to the grocery store, but I thought I might take the long way to get there. And I was in the mood for getting some good cycling done, continuing at a good clip for a prolonged period of time, not stopping. But what's the point of that principle? I had to stop. What are these things? What fruit is this? I got off my bike, I walked back, I picked it up. Is it a cherry? It sure looks like a cherry. It is cherry season right now. I didn't try to eat one. Nobody else had eaten any. Did nobody eat them here because they're poisonous? They don't taste good? Or is it because it's a new development surrounding by farmlands? The people who live there aren't into actually going out and enjoying nature. Before the uphill, I stopped. Sometimes you just wonder at the beauty of it all. All the people in the cars zooming up the hill. What are they missing? They go so fast. Sure, it wasn't easy for me biking the 3 miles of continuous uphill, but you see so much when you're going so slow. The radio towers in the distance, the park on the edge of a cliff, the couples leisurely strolling in the evening. I didn't end up getting anything at the grocery store. In a sense, you could say it was a failed mission because I had forgotten the key and so couldn't lock up my bike. But I had a wonderful time. Because almost always, I would say, it's not about the purpose of the ride. It's about the experience during the ride.